Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks with special coverage on Cyber Monday. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, we have Jay Stein. He's the CEO of the Dream Hotel Group. We're going to take a look at travel deals and experiences are really driving consumer spend for holiday 2019. And Jay, I'll tell you what, I've gotten more emails from airlines, from hotels, taking advantage of Cyber Monday and Black Friday. I can't recall that in the past, as much as there was this year.
Yeah, it keeps growing every year. I mean, it started probably about 5 years ago in earnest for the travel industry, and it's been very good for us as an industry. It's been great for us as a company, and every year it's been growing and growing. So
yeah, and especially with consumers now taking advantage of these travel deals and experiences, having Instagrammable moments certainly has to be helping with social media. I mean, even Hotel Group, the Dream Hotel Group, you have one going on through December 5th, taking advantage of Cyber Monday and Black Friday.
Yep, 50% off. Travel for hotels, for all of our hotels throughout the country, and you've got 1 week from last Wednesday till this Thursday to book. And there's some restrictions, some blackouts, but it's great
I should take advantage of that and head to Miami because the weather here in New York is not cooperating with us. Let's talk about holiday travel spend. You read a recent study that 50% of consumers plan to spend on travel this year.
Yeah, and that's exciting. You know, people want experiences. They're not just looking for items anymore. They're looking to get out of their homes. Millennials want to travel. Baby boomers want to travel. And 50% doesn't sound like a lot to me. So.
All right. Now, the strength of the consumer in general, we're expecting $1 trillion spend for holiday 2019. You know, what are your thoughts around the strength of the consumer?
You know, we're getting reports that the economies are slowing down. Our hotels here in New York are a little off from year over year, but it's not anything significant. People still want to travel. They want to be with friends and family. I think that's important. People are working harder than ever, and to get away, get some time with friends and family is still very important. And so I don't see the economy slowing that part of travel down.
Right. Well, I'm slowing but growing. The economy is still growing at
Correct.
The end of the day. So if you're going to allocate where your resources want to go in terms of spend, maybe it's not on discretionary items, but it's on travel and experiences. I, for one, would rather have the traveling experience than buy a new pocketbook. So.
And we're hearing that people are spending money on gifts for family before Christmas, but they're spending a lot of money on travel after Christmas for themselves or for their families to go on trips. Probably about 25% of people's holiday spend will come on hotels and airfare, generally after the 25th to go on a vacation or for themselves just to go.
Yeah, well, you certainly need one after the holidays,
Yeah.
so I get that. Myself, I go away in January, so I understand that. Now, U.S.-China trade deal, we talk about this all the time covering the markets at Nasdaq. Is there going to be an impact on international travel here?
So we are seeing a slowdown on international business into our gateway cities, into New York, LA, Miami. It's not very large at the moment. We'll see how large it gets. But I think a lot of it is offset by discount carriers, international carriers like Ryanair, Norwegian Air, and others in Asia as well, so that a lot more of the middle class that was difficult for them to fly internationally and to come to great destinations like the US and Europe is much more within their reach these days. So I think a lot of that is getting offset by some of the discount carriers.
All right, and your demographic is largely domestic anyway, the Dream Hotel Group, so you might not necessarily have as much international clientele that could be impacted by that?
Correct. And the domestic travel is strong. As I said, people are looking for opportunities to spend time with family, and even the corporate travel is still very strong, even with people doing meetings, go to meetings is becoming more popular, but it hasn't slowed down the need to travel for business.
All right, now to wrap up here, the Dream Hotel Group, what sets you apart from other change in terms of experience?
You know, people talk about lifestyle hotels, and almost every brand now wants to be a lifestyle hotel. We started over 20 years ago. We truly are one of the original lifestyle hotel companies. We do it in what we consider the real way. Everyone says they want to be local and authentic, but we go out, we really study the markets that we're going to. We build our food and beverage, our nightlife, our health and wellness facilities, really for the community, not for the hotel guest. And that brings the locals into our hotels. And then when the people that are traveling to those cities mix with the locals, that's the real great special energy of a real lifestyle hotel.
That's a great strategy. Thank you so much, Jay, for joining us at MarketSite.
Thanks, Jill.
And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.